welcome to What the Fuck Auto, 22? Just wrapping auto scenes from Sam Store. Bandaged from the premiere. Our question this week, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm kind of winging it here, comes from David from Surrey, England. And he says, "Hi Kurt, I'm a big Sons of Anarchy fan from the UK. I'd like to say Sons of Anarchy is the best show on TV. I have two questions. Please, can you tell me why in season 3, Miles in Patches and Filthy Phil is still a prospect?" That would actually be season 4. And my second question is, I read that you had planned in the first season to kill Opie, not Donna. Do you think if you had killed Opie, a lot of things would be different with Jackson Clay, and is that why you did not kill Opie? Question 1, you know, this season we come back, it's 14 months later, and I knew, you know, over that period of time, a prospect period is usually about a year. So that, you know, both of our guys would most likely have been patched in, Miles and Filthy Phil. But as is the case with MCs, you know, a lot of times these guys don't make the vote, and they have the option then to either walk away or prospect for another year. And that's what happened in the show, where Miles patched in and Filthy Phil did not. And rather than explain it in a big expository scene, you know, I hate doing that shit, you know. So I'd rather just, you know, we come into it and, you know, we see Miles no longer wearing the prospect patch. He's fully patched, and, you know, and I know some people are confused by it, but I just, you know, I just think ultimately to stop and explain that shit pulls you out of the realism of the show. And we do address it, you know, there's dialogue that happens as the season progresses, so you understand, you know, what went down. But that's really, you know, really the way I like to do things, and that ultimately we get to information organically, and I'm sure sometimes it, you know, maybe it's confusing for viewers sometimes, but you know, fuck it. The second question is, yes, the initial intention in season 1 in the original arc was to kill the Opie character, and what had happened is, as it does in the process of doing a serialized drama, you know, as you write and as you see performances unfold and you see relationships and you see chemistry between actors, you really get a sense of what's working and what's not working. And the relationship between Charlie Hunnam and Ryan Hurst was really quite special, you know, and that bond was really deep, and Charlie's such a wonderful actor, and Ryan's such a soulful guy, and it was just a very interesting connection, and I think the fans really connected to that childhood bond. You know, so we had creative discussions, and we really made the decision. You know, Ryan initially only had a 1-year contract because he knew the role was going to end. And we played with different ideas, and I definitely had this idea, this arc I wanted to play out in terms of the dynamic between Jackson Clay beginning the divide that will ultimately play out throughout the mythology. And I realized I could kind of get there the same way, and ultimately I think in a better way, by you know, Clay accidentally, although, you know, I mean indirectly, although responsible for Donna's death. You know, so that's really how it unfolded. It was about protecting that relationship that we had really spent the season developing, and, you know, it was awful killing Sprague because she's such a wonderful actress and you know, a really sweet person, but you know, sometimes bodies just have to fucking drop, you know, and that's really the direction we went in. And I do think, obviously, it's paid off, and it's been the right choice. And you know, as we get a lot of mileage out of that Jax and Opie relationship. Thank you, and you know, the information, the data came back, and the premiere this season of Sons was the most watched hour of television in the history of FX, in the history of the network, and everyone's incredibly happy about that, as am I, being it's a year that I negotiate my deal. Lights out. Can you still see me?
But I can see your outline because of the window behind you.
Here you go. And we're here. They're striking the set as we go. So I want to thank the fans because it's really a direct response to you know, the destination viewing that that Sons has become. So again, I thank you guys, and keep watching it, and I'll try to get some sleep, and we'll keep doing this. So thanks.